final part of Mega Man 7. In the last part, we dinosaurs. In this part, something else.
And now for something completely different.
And now for something completely different.
Dude, can we talk about how John Cleese is just the funny.
V funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you know who John Cleese is?
What about W funny? Is that even
don't
funnier than
actually.
V funny?
You've seen his he's one of the guys in Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
He does like his own stuff. And it's really, I mean, it's like,
So I don't know if you were paying
It's, like,
attention about how I just
super
kind of I don't know if you paid attention and saw that I just kind of noped my way out of there.
yeah, I did.
Basically that was the boss rush, and I'm like, fuck that, I don't need to show that again.
Yeah.
You know? Which is
I
an
feel it.
improvement, because in the last Mega Man Marathon, I showed that in full every time.
Oh, it's giant.
Is that a very bony boy?
Yes.
It has a little
That is a
sombrero.
very calcium kid.
That is a
too much
calcium
milk.
Sid. If I've ever seen one.
Alright, so its actual name is Wily Machine 7.
It jumps. Oh, little babies. It gave birth.
You get
This is a very easy fight, I should point out.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
I like how they kind of merged into one there.
It looks like it has little eyeballs in the side.
I actually thought that one despawned.
Not because they're programmed to chase you around, so eventually they'll just kind of fuse.
Oh yeah, they're there. They have become one. This does seem like a rather easy fight.
Yeah. It's almost as if it's compensating for something.
Hmm. It's a big nose.
Yeah. Wily Machine 7, yeah, that kind of sucks compared
Does
to the other
Squidward
ones.
have a bone in his nose? That reminded me of Squidward's. That's why I thought of that.
I don't know. By the way, remember how I said it seemed like it was compensating for something?
Ah.
I hate the second phase of the final boss.
Uh-oh.
I hate this boss fight. This was during Capcom's weird-ass phase of making final bosses, like giving final bosses a ridiculous difficulty spike. And it's really saying something when the best strategy for taking out this guy is let the yellow projectile hit you.
Okay.
Because those projectiles are next to impossible to dodge. Although I just did it right there. The red one engulfs you in flames, and your health just like slowly drops until you break free from that. The blue one freezes you in ice, where you'll be frozen for a little bit. But the yellow one, like, it's a lightning attack, and it just does a little bit of damage compared to the other one. So it's the most harmless. My strategy here, like, its weakness is the wild coil, which is very difficult to hit him with because, you know, it can't shoot upward. It just kind of bounces around. It's not very precise.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a good move to use the freeze cracker, which has a directional input when he's too high for the wild coil. Now, this boss fight is a pain in the ass, but if you did bring all 4 E-tanks as well as the super tank to this boss fight, you are gonna win it.
That's interesting how when he shot those balls of energy, the first group, not the second group, they're kind of choppy. They lurch at you.
Yeah.
Like that. You see that? Is that to? I feel like if you do one of two things, I feel like it could either give you a chance to process what's happening, or it could also throw you off.
Since it's specifically targeted to your exact location, it is still extremely hard to dodge them.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. That's wow. It's tough.
Yeah, like this, like the real difficulty with this boss fight is how difficult it is to dodge him, and the fact that he actually does quite a bit of damage to you as well. Well, you do, like, significantly less damage even with his weakness.
He looks like he's pooping out the energy balls.
Thanks, Carrie.
Like, you have to look at his face. Watch him. Look at him! Where did Will go?
Research has
Oh, there he
indicated
is.
that I don't know if SpongeBob or Squidward has a nose.
Oh,
What
you
about
looking
his
up Mr. Woodward.
I read the whole Wikipedia page on Squidward.
Oh my gosh, you're a fast reader. I'm
Yeah.
such a slow reader.
That's why they call me Speedy Reedy.
Speedy reading!
Reedy.
This is
He
exciting.
looks like he's laughing when he's frozen, but that's probably just...
Maybe because
Shadow
whenever he
on the
laughs, he's
faceted
actually
eyes.
in pain.
Well, yeah, that's actually the
Oh,
sprite.
that is the pain. Okay.
Yeah, it's the, that's the,
It
Godkid
freezes his
sprite.
hit animation or his
Yeah,
Animation.
exactly.
hitamation.
Hitamation, yeah.
Funimation.
Funimation Entertainment. You should be watching.
Whoa.
Should you?
Well, I mean, that's their slogan, so I guess it's up to you,
Yeah.
actually.
It's up to... Well... Way to be, ambivalent. I think every episode I'm just gonna pick a big word and I'm gonna use it.
You know, I can appreciate that.
Yeah? Is appreciate a big word?
Depends on how you define big word. You define it purely by its length, by its difficulty, by...
By its
What?
intellectual properties.
And if so, then how do you quantify those properties? Look at his face.
Hey, we got him!
He was boisterized.
Wait!
I made that word up there.
So I think I was between boisterous
Okay,
and,
I give up.
moisturous.
Sorry about all the trouble.
Boisterous.
I'll go quietly.
Just
I don't.
grovels.
Oh my God, Megaman! I don't trust you, Wily. I'm gonna
I'm
do
gonna
what I
do what
should
I-
have done years ago.
Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa!
You forget, Megaman. Robots cannot harm humans. Law of robotics.
Hashtag Asimov.
I am more than a robot. Die,
This is nuts.
Wily.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so the thing about that is, you may have noticed the beeps did not match up with the text. In the Japanese version, it just says ... They just added that in there in the American version to make it sound badass. Because that's what Americans do for some reason.
Wiley just starts to grovel whenever he's not in some sort of protective robotic machine.
Yeah, the begging sprite has become iconic at this point. Too late, Mega Man! Even Wily's Smash Bros. Trophy in the 3DS version shows him begging. He who hesitates is lost. We shall return.
Wow. Uh-oh. Look out, kid. There you go. He almost killed Wiley.
Yeah,
Oh,
But he
that
wouldn't
went
have.
dark.
he wouldn't have because, again, law of robotics. And he's also a nice guy. Alright, time for final thoughts. Let's go with Will first.
So, you know,
Oh, you know.
I'm always a slut for a good platformer.
Wow, apt phrasing.
Now I'm not. I didn't play the game, so I'm not completely familiar with the how tight the controls are.
I'm just gonna say this, they are actually smooth as shit. Every Mega Man games are.
Smooth as shit. Okay. I don't know. Not a lot particularly stood out to me, I don't think. With obviously we're leaving the controls as an unknown because Evan says they're smooth as shit, but I can't really like include that, you know. 5 being average. Maybe a 5.
Right? So I guess like your thoughts are like it needs to be like you actually need to play it yourself before you can truly judge
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, I will post Gabe's score in the corner when I text him and ask for his thoughts because he's a goddamn idiot who flaked on us.
Oh boy.
Now it's Kairi's turn.
Classic Gabe. Well, per usual, reviewing this from a viewer standpoint. So that's going to be where I approach this. I did think the intro sequence was pretty neat. There was a little typo in there that I found funny, but slightly charming, so it's not like that took away from that at all. Pretty cool steamroller and whatnot, but let us not focus too much on the intro stage because there's much more in the main game. I always think each of the bosses are so charming, how they have their own little quirks, and let's see, what do I want to say about them? I'm trying to think. I didn't really get my thoughts organized as much as I wanted to.
Well, to be fair, you're not trying to write an essay here either.
Oh, that's true.
You're
I know. I was in this essay. I will.
Promptly deletes papers.
It was really nice to have the 16-bit graphics in this one. I think it added a lot more dimension, and from a visual standpoint, did make it a lot more interesting and kept my eye a bit more captured than the other ones. That, to be fair, though, 8-bit still has a lot of charm, and I'm not saying that 8-bit was worse. This just added something new that I really enjoyed. Let's talk about that ending sequence, though. That was intense. How Megaman looked like he was going to kill Dr. Wily. That caught me off guard a bit, but I think it was very interesting in his characterization. All in all, I actually really did like this. It kept my attention. There were so many interesting things to notice and talk about. So I would like to give this one a little bit higher than Will did. I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
A little bit higher, goes from 5 to 8.
Just a wee bit.
Alright. So it's not my favorite Mega Man game out there, but there are a lot of things that I really do like about it. I like how it gives you the choice to explore for the upgrades or just buy them at the shop. I like the visuals of the game. I like the soundtrack for quite a few stages. And I do like a lot of the designs of the Robot Masters, my favorite being Shade Man.
They're so great.
Yeah, it's not my favorite Mega Man game out there. I still think that honor goes to Mega Man 3. But it is definitely higher up there. And honestly, anybody who says it's shit just because it's not one of the NES games can go fuck themselves.
Are these people who like the originals because they're the originals?
There are a lot of people out there who will only play the first 6 Mega Man games. And that if it's not 8-bit, it's garbage by default. And I mean, you know, it's whatever. I give the game a 7.5 out of 10. You know what? No. That's a bit low. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Hey yo.
If you want to play Mega Man 7 for yourself, there are plenty of means to do that. If you have a Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, or Steam, you can play it through Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. It's that's $20 digitally, so it's and you also get 8, 9, and 10 on that, so it's really not a bad deal.
20 digital bucks.
If you have a Wii U or a new 3DS, it's available on the eShop. You can also play it on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube's Mega Man Anniversary Collection, but I'd actually advise against playing this version, as there are quite a few hiccups with it that just kind of make it inferior compared to other versions. Or, if you really want to feel authentic, you could shell out hundreds of dollars for an SNES cartridge, because that shit's actually expensive. Like, one of the more expensive SNES games out there. But yeah, you do it, but luckily you do have options. Anyway, next time in the Mega Man Marathon, I hope you liked 8-bit, but we're going, or 16-bit, but we're going back to 8-bit because we are hopping on the Game Boy for the next game.
That'll be fun.
Taking a little detour, so we're not going to be playing Mega Man 8 just yet. We are going to be playing Mega Man World 5 for the Game Boy.
Nice. I'm always a sucker for a good 8-bit, even though I enjoyed the 16-bit.
So until then, this is Smash Team Games signing off.
Bye.